Well, here's the yard.
Come on! Exercise!
You got it, sir. Go for my jog. Where I keep up the shape, they won't, none of them demons be able to sneak up on me. I got outrun them.
Nice ink on the face
Hey, Nut.
there.
How are you doing, sir?
Can you go ahead and go to the main hub area? Sergeant Marks is gonna come and grab you.
You got it, sir. I will be there momentarily. I'm just doing some, sprints and castings, trying to keep in shape.
Alright, sounds good. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Copy that, sir. Copy that.
Alright, bye-bye.
What they didn't know is I shoved this phone up my ass so they couldn't take it from me.
3846, stop walking like that, or I'll call you up registering.
Probably put this cigar away.
Is that Mr. Nutt?
Sure, yes, sir, it is.
Fantastic, sir. Would you mind coming up to the bars? I just need to place you in cuffs real quick.
Absolutely, sir. If you wouldn't mind, don't put them too
Yeah,
tight now. I got to.
I won't. Here, I'll even cuff you in the front.
Oh, you are such a gentleman.
I ain't too worried about you.
I ain't
All right, right this way, sir.
Fair.
So there are 3 gentlemen here to talk to you.
Yeah,
This is
understand.
consensual, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir. it is
Okay,
consensual.
fantastic. Right this way.
But I get what you're saying. Because he doesn't have access to anything.
All right,
does he?
right this way. If you just follow me straight through
shit.
here. And right in here. And I will go ahead and remove them cuffs for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much.
All right, boss. I'm going to be outside. I'm not going to be able to hear anything that you guys are talking about. Once they're done with you, they'll just have them come and get me, and I'll take you back.
Cover that, sir. I appreciate all that you've done today.
Anytime.
How are you doing,
Alright.
Nigel?
Good, how are you?
Well,
Hey,
I-
hey guys, before you start, real
Yeah.
quick, I'm just going to be right outside. Outside. So
Alright,
just when you're
thank you.
done, let me know. Yep.
Thank you.
Oh,
Alright,
no,
now.
I've been better. The good Lord will prevail.
Alright, so really quickly, so I'm not going to be the attorney on the case. I'm just here for your client intake, okay?
Mhm.
And then the 2 other attorneys behind me are going to take over. So you got Attorney Joe Carr and Attorney Joseph Kennedy. Joshua Kennedy, sorry.
Mhm.
All right? So they're going to be the 2 primary attorneys on your case. I'm just going to go over your client interview or intake form, and then they'll go over your affidavit, your retainment agreement, and all that stuff, and then probably get more information from you, okay? All right, so what's your first name?
My first name is Formless. Formless.
And do you have a middle name?
No, I do not. NMI. No
All
middle
right.
initial.
And your last name is, I assume, Nut?
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
And do you have a place of residency?
Well, I do not. I was hoping I could get a church and sleep in that, but looks like I have to spend my money elsewhere.
All right. And your date of birth?
June 14th, 1815.
Wait a second. Did you just say 1815?
Good Lord has given me sound mind and body to fight against
God
these demons
damn.
for all eternity.
Okay. And your place of birth?
Oh, that'd be Greensboro, North Carolina, sir.
Here it's pretty beautiful over there.
Absolutely gorgeous, right on the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Tobacco as far as the eye can see.
Move.
All right. And who are you employed by?
Oh, I am employed by the good Lord himself, Jesus Christ.
Search on number 2582.
And your title?
Father Nut. First, father of Los Santos. Preacher of Los Santos, whatever you want to go with.
All right. And do you have your primary church's address handy?
Well, I do not, sir. I do not
All
have
right.
it
Do you know
handy.
is that the one up by hold on.
The one by the cemetery, far left, northwest side.
All right. Perfect. And what's your annual income?
Well, it's all by
Roughly.
donations, so not much.
All right. I'll just put that as a nil void. How'd you hear about us?
Well, I was referred to you by well, I went onto my Discordia app, and actually I think I messaged a couple of my buddies. They said to check out your firm. Said you're really good. My other choice was district attorney, and you know them dipshits ain't gonna get it right.
Correct. Yeah. No. And then
Wait,
nature
not
of your
district
legal.
attorney, public defender. That's what I meant to say. The public defenders ain't gonna get shit right.
No.
Isn't our
No.
public defender?
We do have a public defender on our team, but he's leaving soon.
Uh,
Nature of your legal matter, you're just being charged with what? Just a double homicide?
Well, they have yet to tell me if they died. They said that they're still alive and in bad condition, but that if they survived, I would not be charged with double homicide. But I've
Okay.
yet to get any information.
And your urgency in 1 through 5, 1 being investigating your rights and 5 being critically important.
Wait, say that again, sir.
What would you say the sense of urgency on your end? I'm assuming 1 through 5, 1 is investigating your rights, and number 5 is that the case is critically important to you.
Well, the case is critically important to me, yes, sir. I would like to get out of here and continue preaching.
Of course. And what's your desired outcome?
Well, freedom, I suppose. Not guilty. Not guilty would be fantastic. But
All right,
I will take a plea deal if needed.
Okay, so you'll accept a plea deal if required?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe I can do some work with the police officers. You know, maybe do some speeches.
Yeah.
You know, figure something out.
And then as for, excuse me, 1 second. I'm in a meeting right now with a client. Can I give you a call back? All right, bye-bye. You said that there was a witness. Was there any other parties involved?
No, sir. It was 2 locals. They were walking up the street, and that's when I approached them. Wished to give them good wishes from Jesus, whereupon I heard them speak in tongues and knows the Bible. My friend, Father Beefcake, he was sitting by my truck who witnessed the whole thing.
All right. Do you have Father Beefcake's phone number?
I do indeed. I can give you that right now. Give me a second here. Father
Hey,
Beefcake.
Josh, you got the water?
Father Beefcake, you there?
let me check.
Yeah, I'm watching. It's awesome.
I'm about to give them your number, so we're gonna need you to. They're gonna be contacting you. You need to say what we went over.
You have it or not?
Yeah. Giving it to you. Giving it to them right now. Let's see. You gotta figure out your number here. Let's say contacts. There we go. God, how do I give you
It's just
his
like
number?
water
I
and tastes
gotta remember
delicious.
his number here. 1 second.
If you go to your phone, is he in your contacts?
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you go to your contact and you use your right arrow,
Yep.
you'll see modify contact
Yes,
inside
sir.
of there.
They didn't. Oh, I can just get that. His number is 53 69 82 7.
Perfect. All right, give me 1 second.
His name is Father Beefcake.
You said it wrong.
What's your name?
53 536. Oh no, you said it right?
Yeah, I said 50.
Which
Yeah,
one did you
yeah,
want to take
okay.
in primary?
Me.
You boys don't mind if I smoke a cigarette in here, do you?
I don't
No?
mind. I don't know about the facility, but sure.
We'll keep that between ourselves. You don't want to know how I snuck these in here. Oh, that feels good. Well, Dodger, other than this, how's your day going, sir?
I've been I've been down at Pillbox all day, so.
Oh, Jesus, Hope. Are you okay, son?
Yeah. Just someone, a very close friend of mine has been in a coma all day.
Oh,
So
Jesus, I will pray
Oh,
for
who's
them.
in a coma?
I will pray for them, son.
Stacy's in a coma.
What? She's in a coma. What?
Yeah, long story.
I'll get it from you later. I've been on vacation.
Father, I just want to verify if you can check the room behind you and make sure there's no cameras in there.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me see. I can't go in there. Dude, this leads out to open. I don't see no cameras.
All right, Carr and Father Nut, you both should have just received a copy of the LRA, which is what's it called? The legal retainer agreement. So, Carr, do you want to go over it, or do you want me to go over it with him?
You can go over it. I'm doing some research real quick.
All right. So, Father, if you go ahead and open that, here, let me push the paper over.
Oh, yeah, look excited. Let me see that.
All right. So the first paragraph.
Yep.
All right. So the first paragraph just states that the attorney that will be representing you as your primary attorney is going to be Joe Carr on the case, and then that you are the client as Formalist Nut. Fee arrangement is as follows. So long story short, you'll be charged an hourly rate of $1,000 an hour per attorney. For legal fees, paralegals are charged about $100 an hour. The next paragraph just states that we will provide you 5 business days. If we want to increase the hourly charges or decrease, we'll give you five business days prior to doing so. Okay.
Copy that, sir. Copy that.
The next one just explains what would be considered a cost and or an expense. So, for example, copying, phone calls, postage, fees, expenses, hired by experts, blah, blah, blah. The next paragraph is a retainer. So obviously, you don't have any money on you, but following the end of this trial, you'll be required to pay the $15,000 retainer, or if you have any friends that can pay it for you ahead of time, we'll accept that as well. It's just a base charge. So
I do have 5,000. I actually have 5,000 on me right now.
no, don't. We'll take it in one large lump sum. Don't worry about that.
Understood.
The following is a contingency. So in the case that this goes into a lawsuit, long story short, those hourly rates will be waived. We'll just collect a $15,000 retainer in addition to 15% of all recoveries, if that makes sense. So
Yep. I understand what you said. What the hell is going on with these lights? Trip me out.
I know, it's a little crazy. Then the next one is just stating that if you're late on any payments, we reserve the right to add an 18% interest rate, but generally speaking, we've never had to use that. So, but it is there for just our protection. The next section just talks about our services that we'll be performing for you on your behalf as your attorney. So your case correspondences, document preparation, legal research, office conferences, court appearances, traveling, and then the fact that they're billed on a regular basis. Withdrawal of attorney is the next part. So that just states that you have the right to remove us as your attorney at any given time, but you're still responsible for paying any fees incurred or during the time as your attorney. Okay. All right.
Yep, that's understood.
And then the rest is just an agreement clause. So if you want to go ahead and take a little bit more time to review that, and if not, I'll pass you a piece of a pen and you can go ahead and sign.
Oh, yeah, cleared. Oh, I know some of these words. Yeah, oh, nice. Oh, that's a big one. That's a fancy word. Well, I suppose I might as well sign my life away. I'm already doing nothing here, I suppose. Well, and that the I am back. There you go, sir.
Perfect. Car and Kennedy is all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. Hi, Father Nut. I know we've met in the past, but I'm gonna go ahead and reintroduce myself. I am Joe Carr. I will be your primary attorney on this case.
Well, nice to meet you, Joe Carr. I'm glad to have you aboard, son.
All right, so as I've stated before, and we've already got the name for your witness there. Anything that you can give me, as if you think of anything, whatever, just leave it in that email strand we have going on. Okay. All right. So if you will, just start from the top. Can you run down exactly what happened as you remember it?
Well, so what was going on was me and my brother Beefcake, father Beefcake, you know, we were mining. We were doing some smelting. We realized that my pickup truck just couldn't hold as much as we needed. So we went down to that was a Premier Sports Motor Vehicles or P whatever that store down there by the gun shop. Bought ourselves one of them vans so I could load some more. Whereupon, as we were switching all the ore from truck to van, I saw myself two locals. Thought, you know what? They might need a little bit of water to go in their heart, so I'm gonna go give it to them. Whereupon, I walked up to them. I saw one of them was holding a satanic Bible. Could you believe that? Out in the open, satanic Bible. And then they were speaking in tongues, muttering all kinds of gibberish, and I could have sworn I heard them say, "Hail Satan." So I took it upon myself as a good man of the cloth to exorcise them demons from them, the children of God. Whereupon, after I did such a thing, a helicopter popped out of nowhere and opened fire upon me without warning. Shot me a few times. I still have a bullet in my head. It does not feel good. And whereupon, still after shooting, they did not say anything. And I gave myself up. Whereupon an officer came and arrested me. And then that's about it. Oh, yeah, as we were driving, after he arrested me, the officer was very professional. He was very kind. And we just take me to the jail until apparently a helicopter got stolen. There's a whole bunch of shenanigans going on in the city. Took us a little time to get here.
Okay. So I just want to hit a couple key points. So before they opened fire, they did not identify themselves as police, give you any order.
No, sir, they did not.
Okay, and at what point in time did they identify themselves and give you order?
They never did. The only time was after I was shot and I was on my knees. That a cop, that officer in a police vehicle, he pulled up, pulled his gun out, and asked what the fuck is going on. And that's that.
Okay. Now, can you run me through what a common exorcism is as far as your legal or your religious practices?
Well, sir, first I must cut open the veins upon the arm, for I must drain the spoiled blood from their bodies. Whereupon I place a crucifix on their chest. And if it burns for more than 5 minutes, that means that I have successfully released their soul from the demon's hand. But if it does not burn for 5 minutes, that demon is still within their body. Whereupon I must douse them in holy water, and if that does not do it, I must kill them.
Okay, and how often have you done these exorcisms?
Well, I don't know if I've done it a couple times in this city. This city is filled with sin and bastards of the devil. And it is my holy duty, son, to rid this godly city of sin and Satanism.
Okay, and how often have you had somebody die in the performance of these exorcisms?
Well, only once, sir.
Would this? Okay, and so this would make a second time if these two die.
If they die, it will be a second time, yes, sir.
I understand. Or actually, a second and third.
Well, yeah.
correction.
Well, I guess that'd make it 2 and 3 there, wouldn't it now?
I got you. All right. Well, I'm doing a little bit of research on that side of things, as far as the religious side of things.
Mhm.
Now I can tell you that the law does not extend religious freedom to generally to bodily harm. So that might kind of hurt us a little bit there. Do you have that ritual written down in some way, or just showing that that's the way you perform it every time and that it is approved by your church?
Well, sir, I do not, as we are usually told not to write down our secrets. For if a day for someone of nefarious deeds wishes to take it from us, they would know how our plans are
I got you.
and
Okay.
how to counteract such maneuvers.
And to become a practicing preacher and exorcist, do you go through any type of training?
Sir, yes, I do, sir. Well, I first spent 3 years in the Vatican, learning all the ways of the demons, learning the different types of demons, their mannerisms, their weaknesses, their strengths. Whereupon then, after I complete the paperwork, the fiscal part, I'd spend another 3 years out and about in the world. I started out started in Nicaragua, went down to Colombia, ventured in Brazil a little bit in the Amazons, whereupon I went to Nigeria and Africa to finish off my last 6 months.
I understand. And about what time did you finish your training?
Well, it was about, I don't know,
You can just give me an approximate
like
date.
how many years ago you say? Or?
Well, approximate date.
Oh,
so,
approximate date. Well, I finished up mine in about, it was prior to, what was it, 1930.
19.
I've been exercising for quite some time now.
I see that. So, the two suspects, or I'm sorry, the two victims here, one was holding a Bible, you said?
Satanic Bible. Also, it was either a Satanic Bible or it was the Necromonicon. Either way.
Did it have some type of markings on it that
Oh, I
identified it?
saw the pentagram with the upside down cross right on top of on the cover.
And you said he was speaking some type of,
Speaking in tongues, sir, the language of the devil.
so maybe Latin or something?
No, it was not Latin, sir. It was tongues, it was pig Latin, it was gibberish mixed with Latin, mixed with the common languages. Therefore, to incant the words of the devil, to spew something from hell.
Okay, so you were under fear that he was going to cast some type of curse or something upon you?
Correct, sir.
I understand. And the other individual, what was he doing?
Well, he was speaking it with them.
Okay, so they both. Okay. All right.
They were speaking in tandem, sir.
All right. And have you encountered that type of incident before?
Oh,
like some type of spiritual attack?
Many times, sir, many times. Sometimes if one demon is not strong enough, he will build a coven, whereupon that they can create more carnage and chaos than one might by themselves.
Have you or your brother ever witnessed? Yes. Hang on just a second.
Yeah, take your time, son. Take your time. I like a cowboy hat.
Mm. No problem.
All right, Father. I'm sorry. So back to my question. So have you or your brother ever witnessed an attack that might have ended in a man of the cloth
Is the
being
officer still
physically
outside?
hurt or killed?
Well, I have, sir. Actually, my
No,
my
good.
trainer, my my sensei, whatever you wish to call my preacher man that taught me everything I knew. He was killed in the line of exercising a young girl.
Can you walk me through that a little
Well,
bit?
son,
You can just summarize.
you ever heard the story of the exorcism, Emily Rose?
I have.
Well, that was him. That was her.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Her head spun around, puking vomit, was screaming all kinds of profanities, telling us to fuck her to create another Satan. Whereupon, he thought he had vanquished this demon from her. That is where we learned that we must wait more than 5 minutes to know that the demon has gone. Unfortunately, he did not. He miscounted. He waited 4.5. He released. He untied her, whereupon she snapped his neck. We had to plunge a sharpened crucifix into her heart, son. It was the only way to finally kill her. To release her soul from the torment that she was experiencing. Brother Beefcake, though, Father Beefcake, he is yet to. He was just released by the Vatican after his 3 years, so he has come to the city to be my protege, to be my second.
Okay. Well, so I might have an angle on that side.
Mhm.
I can tell you that I have heard through the grapevine that you are being held. You are being charged with the double homicide, but you're being held, waiting on a medical evaluation. To see your sanity. Now I know how that sounds. I know that sounds bad or whatever, but it actually might help us. Because if we can use that angle in your defense, then that would not affect your religious practices. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand perfectly, sir.
Beautiful. So I still need to get the case report from the police, and see what they have, and I need to hear their side of things. Maybe if they have body cameras activated, anything like that, so I can get a full picture before I can really decide which angle we want to go. Now, outside of our defense, there is a good possibility of a lawsuit for you against the law enforcement, so against the city or the state, for excessive force and well, shit, I'll probably add a couple different things on there, but mostly the excessive force. That, and they did not identify themselves to you, give you a chance to surrender, etc. When they shot you, had the two locals, were they already down and you stop attacking?
Yes, sir. I stopped attacking as soon as I was maybe 3 steps away from their bodies. Whereupon I was fired upon by multiple shots, at least 10 shots, and I was struck 3 to 4 times.
Okay, so and you were fired on by the helicopter, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you
Alright.
receive any medical?
I have not
This is-
received any medical treatment at all.
They did not take you to the hospital?
No, sir, they did not.
They didn't even have EMS arrive to.
No, sir, they did
Oh.
not.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, we definitely have a lawsuit. So,
Mhm.
So they shot you, you're down, you're bleeding, and they come up and
So
put you in cuffs?
they shot me. I was still able to walk. Whereupon I stood there for maybe 2 minutes. They had yet to identify themselves still. They were still guns trained upon me. I had relieved myself of my knife. And I was standing there waiting. I then went on my knees, and whereupon with a uniformed cop pulled up with his cop car and drew his gun upon me, asked me what was going on. I told him that I smited those men, and whereupon he put me in cuffs, led me in his car, and it was a little bit before he actually read me my Miranda rights.
Okay. They read you your rights before. Did they interview you at all after they had you in custody? So they take you back to the station, talk.
They talked me a little bit, yes, sir.
All right. Did they give you your rights prior to doing that?
They did, yes, sir.
Okay. What did they ask you? Do you recall?
Well, they just asked me what my job was. I told them I was a preacher. They asked me They asked me a couple questions actually that didn't pertain to this situation at all. Well, 'cause I was priorly arrested for shooting up the Vanilla Unicorn. And they actually asked me some questions on that. We're seeking some of my assistance to deal with that man known as Big Richard.
I got you.
Hmm.
So did they ask you anything directly correlating with this?
Oh, well, no, they just asked what I did, and I told them that they had demons in their eyes. Whereupon the arresting officer was kind enough trying not to charge with double homicide, just trying to put me in a loony bin for a little while. Bless his heart.
I got you. All right. I think, unless you have anything else, Josh, I
No,
think we have.
I don't.
I think we have enough to start. And I mean, obviously, we'll be in contact with you off and on, getting more information.
Well-
We will probably get a statement from you at some point, a written statement.
Yep, copy that, son.
We'll email that to the through the email chain on Discordia, so you can fill out an affidavit of your side of events.
Fantastic, sir. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very
And-
much.
If you can notify your brother that we'll be in contact with him shortly.
Yep. His name's Father Beefcake. He's just to me, he's Brother Beefcake because we're both preachers.
I
Well,
understand.
that's understandable.
Yep.
All right.
But,
Well,
I let him know I would text him as well to inform him.
you're in need of medical attention still, right?
Yes, I am, sir. My head is very irritated.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, we'll
Okay.
get that taken care of first.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you.
Is there
By the
anything
way,
else you
I like your hat.
Thank you, sir.
It's a nice cowboy hat.
Thank you.
All right, Father. We'll be back in touch.
Sounds good, sir. Can you ask that officer if you can let me go back in my
He had to go run somewhere, so let me go.
Well, you know what? I'm going to hang out right here then.
Go ahead and smoke yourself another one.
Will do, sir. Will do.
Yep.
Ugh, yeah, I hate these jail cigarettes.
In the middle of a scene, so it'll update.
Nasty as hell.
This door.
Turn around.